welcome back. So today I'm finally going to do my video on my recap of grad school and my nightly routine. So here we go. So I use a makeup eraser towel to take off my makeup, which I bought on sale for $14.95. So since it's Sunday and I just finished grad school, well, my first semester of grad school, not entire grad school, I decided to do a de-stress clay mask. I normally do face masks on Sunday, and since the semester was very stressful and extremely stressful towards the end, since everything switched to online, I need to de-stress. So I'm sure my skin has been affected by the stress, and you can even see that I'm breaking out. So as my face mask settles in, I need to leave it on for 7 minutes, and I have my pelitos there. I really should have put a headband on, but I didn't. But as my face mask settles in and does its magic, I figured I would answer the first question. So one of the questions I got is specific to the university that I go to and that I actually work at. I go to George Mason University. That's where I did my undergrad, and that's also where I started my master's this semester. And I also work there. So one of the questions is, as an employee, do they offer tuition reimbursement? So it's actually not tuition reimbursement, it's just free courses. So as a full-time employee at George Mason, I get to take, I think, up to 15 credits or 12 credits a year. So then I just divided it up per semester. But since this was my first semester at grad school and working full-time, I decided to just take one course, which is 3 credits. And since the whole Rona thing and the uncertainty of how fall semester is going to look like, I decided not to take classes for the fall semester. And I'm also thinking about changing my major, which is not a common thing at the grad level, but I'll get into that later. So after I take off this face mask, which should be done in about a minute, I clean my face with Cetaphil. It's pretty simple cleaner, but it does the job for me, and every time I try another product, it basically just messes up my face. It either dries it out too much, or it makes it too oily, or it leaves like a weird feeling on my skin. But this literally just makes my skin feel clean at the end of it. So I love it, and I actually use Cetaphil face lotion too, so I normally just buy the set. Alright, so I'm back and I took off my face mask. My skin feels nice and refreshed, and I put on my headband because my hair was getting in the way. So next up, since I have this ginormous pimple, I am going to do my pimple care treatment, which basically just consists of this Clearasil rapid rescue pad thingies. So it's a bunch of little pre-moisturized pads, and you just need one, and one can be a little bit a lot for just one pimple, but this stuff works. Like, let me tell you, I've had pimples disappear within days, and it never gets to the point where it's like really ugly. Unlike this one, I didn't catch this one on time, but it works marvelously, so I strongly recommend it. So now that I washed my face, took care of this monster, we're gonna go ahead and put on this Mario, however you say his last name, facial spray that contains aloe, chamomile, and lavender. So I use this spray at night because of the lavender, and it's supposed to be relaxing and calming and just puts me in the mood to sleep. Then after the spray, I go ahead and I use True Skin Serum, which I bought on Amazon, and I will link below. And this serum, let me tell you, is great. Actually, before I started using this vitamin C plus serum, I used just the regular vitamin C serum. So I bought the C plus because right now during the coronavirus, a lot of people, I guess, decided to buy vitamin C serum and start beauty care. So the C plus was the only thing available. But I actually like it a lot better than just the regular C. I saw the before and after pictures on Amazon, and I read a bunch of reviews, and it was on BuzzFeed's article of like the top 20 things that you should buy on Amazon, and let me tell you, I do not regret buying this. This stuff is amazing. So the vitamin C plus serum has 20% vitamin C, which helps with damaged skin and brightening up dark spots. Then it has 5% hyaluronic acid, which obviously is for hydration, and then 3.5% niacinamide, which is a form of vitamin B, and it helps with acne and pigmentation issues. And then there's 2.5% retinol, which is a vitamin A and helps with aging. So this is an age defense serum, and it's never too early to start taking care of your skin. Warning, the vitamin C serum does sting a little bit, just because it can dry out your skin a little bit. But if you moisturize properly, then you're okay. So next is the Ole Henriksen Banana Bright Eye Cream, which is my first video that I did on YouTube almost a year ago. And if you haven't seen that video, check it out. Scroll through my videos. I compared this with another Amazon cream that I bought. It's been a year using it, and you can literally see the difference between my eye care. So I normally let this set in, this stage set in for about 5 minutes before I move on to the next steps, just because I've read that you should let your eye cream settle in before you apply other lotions, so that it actually does the work that it needs to do on your skin. While it settles in, I'll go ahead and answer another question. Another question that I got is it possible to work full-time and do grad school? I would tell you it is possible because I just did it, but it is but it is extremely hard. And that's with me only taking one class this semester. So it's also very important to have a job that's flexible with you being in grad school. I'm thankful enough to work at Mason, so they expect most of us to take classes. But if your employer is not flexible with you having to leave maybe a little bit early from work and having a different work schedule because class starts at 4:30 and that's the only class you can enroll in, then it might be a little bit tricky. Just to be in grad school and work full-time in general requires a lot of self-discipline. And you know, your weekends are pretty much gone. Your weekends are doing homework all day. So my Saturdays are pretty much homework all day, and then if I'm lucky, I'll have a Saturday night free. And I try to leave Sundays to do the least amount of work. Like I try not to do any work on Sunday so that at least I have one full day of rest before going back to working and class. If you're really dedicated and you really like the work, the coursework that you're doing, like the program that you're in, then I can definitely say that it's possible. And as long as you have that motivation to keep going, it's definitely possible. All right, so next is this night cream that I bought from Walmart. It's Equate, so it's Walmart brand. So that means it's not that expensive, and I love it. It's compared to the Olay night cream. So this is supposed to smooth and soften and even out your skin tone, which I feel like it does a really good job, and it smells really good. So I would totally recommend that you guys buy this, and it is inexpensive and it lasts a while. So the next step is using my jade roller. So I start from the neck and then I work my way up. So I start and end with the larger side and use the smaller side for my eye area. All right, so now that I finished with my jade roller and putting on my night cream, I'm pretty much done. I have, I think, one more step left. So I'll go ahead and answer another question. So another common question that I got was, how does undergrad compare to grad school? In undergrad, you typically get a lot of various grading opportunities like assignments, homework assignments, and then quizzes, tests, and papers. But in grad school, from my experience, which is only one class, it's pretty much just big grades. You still do get graded on participation, so you still need to show up. In my class, we only had 4 big grades, and they all consisted of a paper, and 2 of them consisted of a presentation of the topic that you wrote on in those papers. I would say the other big difference is the reading load. It's a lot of reading, and everybody told me it was going to be a lot of reading, but I didn't expect it to be this much. In my class, we had 2 textbooks, and we basically got 2 chapters from our main textbook, 1 chapter from the other textbook, and then 2 to 3 articles on top of the chapters, and that was weekly. And you were expected to read all of it. And then the other big difference is that in grad school, the professors pretty much just lecture. There's not a lot of interaction in terms of like group activities or things like that. It's pretty much just like, here's the information, learn what you learn. All right, so the last few things that I have for you product-wise before answering the last question. So before going to sleep, I always put Vaseline on my lips. Basically, chapstick doesn't repair your skin, but Vaseline is meant to repair the skin. So all those little cracks, the skin will grow back, something like that. And then I typically put on this saline gel in my nose when I go to sleep, because my nose gets really dried out when I sleep. And instead of using a humidifier, sometimes I still do, but I normally put this saline gel in, and it's meant to keep you from having that dryness when you sleep. So I love this stuff. You can get it at Walmart, and they also have a spray. So if you don't like the jelly feeling, you can buy the spray. It doesn't work as well for me. That's why I like the gel better, but I would recommend it. And now it's time for the last question before I go to bed. The last question is, what is my motivation to keep doing all the work that I do? So my motivation started out because I put a timeline on myself, and I told myself I was going to be in grad school 2 years after my undergrad, which I really regret doing, because I feel like I forced myself and pushed myself to do something, to pick something that I wasn't certain about. But on a positive note, I am really glad that I decided to take the time and not enroll next semester, but really take the time to figure out what I really want to do. So, background story, I am the first in my family to graduate and have an undergrad degree, and my sister will be the next one. But my motivation basically became my sister, because she talks about getting her master's and going to get her PhD, and those are things that I never thought I would ever do. I just was focused on graduate from undergrad, get that undergrad degree, be the first, and then that basically became my identity. And then once I did it, I was like, okay, so now what do I do? So I'm really thankful that my sister became that motivation. So I'm really thankful to have my sister to put those ideas in my head and really make me believe that I can do it. And I want to be that older sister figure for her and show her that we can do grad school, and we will be the first to not only have bachelor's degrees but also have a master's degree, and her probably even a PhD, because I don't think I will do that, but we'll see. That could change later on. So that's it from me for tonight. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.